Hi, I'm Dr. Nichelle Gurley.
I'm Dr. Antonio Gurley with Enhanced Movements Chiropractic.
Today we're going to go over how to rock tape. So we're going to do a general knee taping, but we're going to talk about how to do the size of the tape, how to measure that, how to cut it, and how to clean off the skin. So what I'm going to start with is I'm going to take the tape and I'm going to see roughly how long I want it for the knee. So I'm going to give about that long for his knee. And I'm going to do 2 strips this length. So I'll just overlap here, cut that same length. And then I'm going to cut a little bit short of a strip that's just going to go at the base of his knee. So it's going to be about that long there. And I can put the rest of that tape aside. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off the edges of that tape. That just helps to keep it from pulling up. If it's rounded as opposed to a straight end, it'll just stay on that skin just a little bit better. So as you can see, I'm just rounding that tape. Then I'll do this last piece. You can also double it over just to save time if you're doing it really fast, and round it that way as well. Now another thing you need to do is make sure that you clean off the area that you're going to be taping. So you want to make sure there's no soaps, lotions, things like that. So we spray some alcohol on a paper towel and we clean off that whole area. Especially if it's been treated with some soft tissue work, with some lotions, you really want to make sure you clean off that area. And just for demonstrations, we're going to be taping his knee, but if we really wanted it to stay on and last, we would need him to shave his leg. So it depends on the person if they're going to want to do that or not. But realistically, unless you have that clean, clear skin, it won't stay on as long as possible. Now, rock tape can stay on for, it depends on the patient, depends on the person's skin, but 3 to 5 days is when it's the most effective. What I'm going to do is have his knee fully bent for this. Make sure that it's dry from that alcohol. And then I'm going to rip that tape like this so that I can peel apart. You want to try not to touch the tape as much as possible to get your oils on it. I'm going to start at the top of his knee. I'm just going to lay this down. There's going to be no stretch on the ends because we want it to stay on the skin. We also don't want it to irritate the skin tissue. We don't want it to cause a rash. If you do too much stretch on the skin, it can cause some irritation to that skin. So I'm just going to do a slight pull, but really just wrapping the tape around and letting it fall on the skin. And then I'm just going to activate it with some heat, some friction here. Make sure it stays on, really getting after those ends. And again, you don't want to have any stretch on those ends of the tape. I'm going to take the other piece, again, ripping from the middle, folding back so that I don't have to touch it with my own skin. No tension on the end. Just laying down over the top there. Again, more friction. And then we're going to do a decompression piece that's going to go at the base of the kneecap. And we're just going to do a slight pull from the middle, lay it down, and then again, no tension on those edges. And then at the end, just really making sure you got all of those ends down so that they won't peel up. And that's another reason why you do round those edges there, so that it's less likely to peel up. And again, you can keep this on for up to 3 to 5 days. You can shower with it as long as when you're showering, you just blot it dry at the end of your bath or your shower or hot tub, something like that. It should stay on through that and through sports and sweating and all that. Thanks for tuning in.